Hello friends. So this is second part of software engineering, which consists of unit first and unit second mixed questions. So let's start. Up to 30 question we have done in first part. So this is second part. So we have to start from question 30 first. Okay. Let's start. Waterfall model was introduced by Dash and when. So waterfall model was introduced by Winston Royce in 1970. Okay, it is introduced by Winston Royce in 1970. Okay, question 32. Iterative enhancement model is the combination of Dash and Dash model. A. Waterfall spiral. B. Waterfall prototype. C. Waterfall evolutionary. D. Spiral prototype. So it is a combination of waterfall and prototype model. Answer B is the correct answer. Question number 33. Spiral model was designed by Dash and when. So spiral model was designed by Barry Boham in 1988. Okay. Question 34. The purpose of object-oriented analysis is dash to develop a model that satisfies customer requirement. B. To understand customer requirement. C. To test the model. D. None of these. So answer A is the correct answer. It develop a model firstly, that is sample model, that satisfy the customer requirement. Okay. Question 35th is alpha and beta testing are the forms of dash. A. Acceptance testing. B. Integration testing. C. System testing. And D. Unit testing. So it is a form of acceptance testing. Okay. Question 36. The model in which requirements are implemented by its category is A. Evolutionary development model. B. Waterfall model. C. Prototyping model. D. Iterative enhancement model. So here answer A is the correct answer, that is evolutionary development model, the model in which requirements are implemented by its category. Question 37 is the tools that support different stages of SDLC are called A. Case tool. B. Same tool. C. Cake tools. D. Care tools. So here answer A is the correct answer, that is case tools. Okay. Question 38 is requirement engineering process includes which of these steps? A. Feasibility study. B. Requirement gathering. C. Software requirement specification and validation. D. All of the mentioned above. So answer D is the correct answer, as requirement engineering process includes all of these steps. Okay. Question 39 is software requirement specification is also known as specification of A. White box testing. B. Acceptance testing. C. Integrated testing. And D. Black box testing. So here answer D is the correct answer. It is known as black box testing. Question 40th. Which of the following are considered stakeholder in software process? A. Customer. B. End user. C. Project manager. And D. All of these. So all of these are considered stakeholder in software process. Question 41. What is the measure how a software running? Means how we measure that how software actually performing. Okay. A. Usability. B. Functionality. C. Reliability. D. None of the above. So A. Usability. By using it day by day, we get to know that how the software is running, how the software is functioning or facilitates. Okay. Question 42. Who manages the effect of change throughout the software process? A. Software project tracking and control. B. Software configuration management. C. Measurement. D. Technical reviews. So it is managed by software configuration management. Okay friends, answer B is the correct answer. Question 43. First level of prototype is evaluated by A. developer, B. tester, C. user, D. system analyst. So here answer C is the correct answer. First level of prototype model is evaluated by firstly user. Okay. Question 44. What is the main aim of software engineering? A. reliable software, B. cost effective software, C. reliable and cost effective software, D. none of these. So C is the correct answer. Main aim of software engineering is to make the software that is reliable and produce less cost, so cost effective software. These both are the correct, reliable and cost effective software. Okay. Question 45. Which tools are used in implementation, testing and maintenance? A. uppercase tool, B. lowercase tool, C. integrated case tool, D. none of these. So lowercase tool are used in implementation, testing and maintenance. Question 46. Activities and action taken on the data are represented by circle on round edges or round edges rectangle. Okay, like this or this. So it represent what is called what? Okay, A. entities, B. process, C. data storage and D. data flow. So it is the symbol of what? Process. Okay. Question 47. An entity in ER model is a real world being which have some property called dash. A. attributes, B. relationship, C. domain, D. none of the above. So here answer A is the correct answer. It is called as attribute. Okay. Question 48. What is the meaning of requirement elicitation in software engineering? A. gathering of requirement, B. understanding of requirement, C. getting the requirement from client and D. all of the above. So requirement elicitation means all of these, means gathering the requirement from the user, then understanding the requirement, or gathering the requirement from client. Okay, so all of these means requirement elicitation. Answer D is the correct answer. Question 49. If requirements are easily understandable and defined, then which model is best suited? Okay, A. spiral, B. waterfall, C. prototyping and D. none of the above. So if requirements are given, defined, already defined and understandable, then waterfall model is best suited. Okay. Question 50. Software is defined as A. instruction, B. data structure, C. document, D. all of the above. So here answer D is the correct answer, that is all of the above. Okay. Question 51. See the symbol and tell me what it is represent. A. external entity, B. data flow, C. process and D. data store. It represent external entity. Okay. DFD spot A. bottom up approach, bottom down approach, top down approach and top up approach. So DFD spot top down approach. Answer C is the correct answer. Question 53. DFD are widely used for what? A. describing the movement of data, B. within the system describe the movement, C. describe the movement outside the system and D. all of the above. So DFD is used for describing the movement of data, describing the movement of data within the system or outside the system. This is the definition of DFD. So all of the above is the correct. Okay. Question 54. DFD also known as A. bubble, B. chart, C. bubble chart and D. tool chart. So answer D is correct, as it is formed by joining the bubbles, so it is known as bubble chart. Okay. Question 55. A structure repository of data about data is known as data flow, data store, decision table, data dictionary. So it is known as data dictionary. Okay. Question 56. Dash is the smallest unit of data. A. data element, B. data structure, C. data flow, D. data store. So here answer A is the correct. Data element is the smallest unit of data. Question 57. Data stores are the dash. Data structure in motion, data structure at rest, both A and B, and none of these. So data flow are the data structure in motion, but data structure are the data structure. Data store are the data structure at rest. So here answer B is the correct answer. Okay. Answer B is the correct answer. Question 58. Dash is defined as collection of entities that have same attributes. A attributes, B entity type, C data values, and D enterprise. So here answer B is the correct answer. It represents entity type. Okay, an entity type is the collection of entities that have same attributes. Question 59. The relationship between employees and projects represent which type of relationship? A one to one, B one to many, C many to one, D many to many. So here there are many employees in the company and projects also. So these represent many to many relationship. Okay. If it is given that only one employee is there and one project is there, then it is one to one. But here it is not given. It is given employees and projects. So it is many to many. Okay. Question 60th. Dash is a diagram that represents condition and action sequentially and thus shows which condition to consider first and which second and so on. A decision tree, B data flow, C data store, D ER diagram. So it is the definition of decision tree. Okay. नोट ER डायग्राम लिखा हुआ है तो ये मत सोचना कि ER डायग्राम की ही डेफिनेशन होगी, ये डिसीजन स्ट्रक्चर डिसीजन ट्री की डेफिनेशन है. ओके, आंसर इज द करेक्ट आंसर. So now part A and part B, part 1 and part 2 is completed. I'll try to make part 3 very soon. Thank you all. Please subscribe the channel and share the video and like also if you really like this.